All right, I want to play you one of my favorite scenes from
Uh-oh.
Martin. I watch it often. It cracks me up, and I just wanted to know the if you remember the behind the scenes of how this went down. Was it improv? It is hilarious, and it's a scene when you and Shanae are going at it, and I see that as a real person for some reason. Shanae, like I can't even think that it's Martin, right? And you talk about Shanae not having a ring on her finger. Let's listen to this brief clip.
She just jealous because she don't have a ring on her finger.
Say what? I didn't hear what you said with the hand over your mouth. What did
She
you?
said you don't have a ring on your finger, and you just
Oh,
jealous.
excuse me. What?
Okay.
Excuse me. Okay, because you don't have a ring on your finger either. So I suggest you watch your mouth and stop trying to act like you are better than everybody else before I put a ring around your damn eye.
Take it back. That what happened? That is, I remember seeing that on TV. I felt like I was watching two girls in my on the block in Philly. Like, tell me
Oh
what
my God.
happened that scene.
See, I must confess two things. The first one is most of Martin was like we just did things off the cuff. Like wherever Martin moved or he changed the lines, like half of Martin was improv. I kid you not. Half of Martin was improv. Once
Wow.
Martin went off book, you just stuck with him. You just stuck with him. And whenever he's in Shanae, he really like it. Not like he'll do a run, just like and he just runs. You just got to be ready for it. Secondly, when I do scenes, I do a whole episode. As soon as I walk off the set, I forget everything.
Ah.
I remember certain things backstage or like, on the sidelines if we're there watching. Most of the time I forget what we do. And I had to ask myself, why do you do that? Why don't you remember certain things? It's because as soon as I finish the scene, I got to get my brain ready for the next scene. So I digest and I dump, digest and I dump, and it's just my mechanism of how I learn and how I learn my lines. I always need space in my brain in order to for the new. But that scene, I can't remember what I was wearing, and I have to see what I was wearing. Because I remember certain scenes. I remember the fights, a few fights in the hallways. I always go about what I'm wearing. Then I'm like, oh, okay, I
Yeah.
remember. Oh, but most of the time, we just do it and we just move on. I don't remember a lot of stuff.
I love it. I wanted to ask you this. There's been
That's
all
horrible.
this talk.
I'm sorry, it's a horrible answer. I'm sorry, but
Oh no, no, it's great. I just love that. I love the idea of just the improving. I mean, it just felt so natural and so good. I wanted to ask you this. There's been a lot of talk of black male comedians or actors being criticized because they've been in a dress or whatever. And white actors do it all the time. It's just been this ongoing thing. Why do black men got to be in a dress? And Martin as Shanae is so iconic. I mean, and there's so many others. What are your thoughts when you hear black male actors or comedians get criticized because they did a character that's in a dress?
I think things have been imbalanced. And when there is imbalance, we tend to look at and nitpick at the things that we accepted in the first place. So we have to ask ourselves, with if Martin wasn't convicted or felt any kind of way about being in that dress, and that's the choice that he made, then why is it a problem with you?
Mm.
Let's start there. Now, if Martin's intent to be dressed up as Shanae, which was he said it was his sisters, it was, and so what is Martin? He's a comedian. So comedians will do certain things to get that laugh. They're not so emasculating themselves. I don't see it that way. If Martin doesn't see it that way, how would we see it that way? Now, everything is relative. Now, if him getting in the Shanae costume didn't make you laugh, then maybe you would feel a little differently, but there was intent behind it. What was his intent getting in a female costume? His intent was to make you freaking laugh.
Hmm.
Did you laugh? Well, guess what? It fucking worked. It is intent. Now, if you take a role because you really want to work or you want to make money or you want to be first on the call sheet or you want to, then you're doing things, you're getting in the dress for other reasons that we may not know about. So all of these things and instances are relative. You have a lot of male actors that are unknown that have done things that they probably are regretting. We shouldn't fault them for it. It's a process. A lot of times, like we talked, what we said in the beginning. What is your intent? What are you in it for? Are you in it to wear dresses and show kids how to wear dresses and other little boys how to wear dresses? Or are you in it to tell a story? We're storytellers. We're gateways. And sometimes we don't always make the right decisions in making and choosing the right roles. I've had literally no money at some point, and I've been offered roles to make a quick buck. And guess what I said? No.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to think about it later on down the line and look at myself and regret it. I think if more actors, more people literally ask themselves before they take a job, before they take a role, before they get into a relationship, before they do things, ask yourself, talk, have a conversation with yourself. Will I regret this? And if you don't feel like you regret it, then go for it. But who are we to judge anybody else? It just is what it is. And if you don't want to see, it's just intent. It's intent. And I think if you don't compromise yourself or your morality or your moral code, then it is what it is.
Absolutely. I want to go back to Tina Butler for a minute in the neighborhood. So this character really brings humor and heart to the show. What part of Tina's journey resonates with you the most personally? Like, how do you see her story reflecting within you, or even like broader social themes?
Tina is she's like a floorboard in the base of a house. It's she's like, she has the history. I like where I used to be a Lakers. Like, there was little things that we were coming up with Tina's past. It was like, damn, Tina did that. So Tina is well-rounded. And now she finally has, the family that she wanted. And now the family is growing. So Tina is just a stalk, in that bushel of flowers that is just wants to constantly remain, get stronger, get taller, and make sure that all the branches are pruned, and like she's the pruner. She wants to make sure if something not good, we got to cut it off. We don't want it. You know what I mean? So she's not afraid to make decisions for the family, but she loves her husband. She respects her husband. And I just love that Tina loves love. She loves it. She loves Cal.
Yes.
When a Black woman is in love, can't nothing stop it. So it just permeates everything around it. So I think that was one of the wonderful things and Cedric and I talked about it. I said, listen, I'm your ride or die for the next few years, man. So I'm down. I'm down. I said, I don't have the experience that Tina would have had in terms of being a great wife. You know what I mean? I finally get to play a wife that has been in a long-standing relationship with her better half. And it was a great experience for me seeing that evolution of Tina